Fuck, when was the last time we did this?
Over a year ago.
God, I don't know how to do this.
How did we start it?
I don't know. Well, I think we followed a similar format to Now Loading, where we take some bullshit conversation before we actually start, and that's the intro, so that's probably what this is gonna be.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't remember what the fuck we actually said.
Did we say anything of, like, note?
Well, I'm gonna go back and watch the last episode real quick. And the intro to the last episode, we were talking about audio.
Dang. Some things never change.
They really don't. And how I could only... Oh, it's because that's when I got the first XLR mic, and I can only hear... It could only record... Or, for whatever reason, it recorded in, like, stereo, but it needs to be in mono, because when it's in stereo, it only you can only hear it out of the left ear.
Really?
Yeah. But I think that was just a specific mixer I was using, because the one I have now, I don't think that's an issue.
I wonder if that's happening with mine. No, mine's recording left and right.
Well, you're not running an XLR mic, you're running a USB one.
That's also true.
Where's the actual intro?
Is there an intro?
Yes, I know there is. Because the bullshit conversation stops and I play the SWTOR main theme. Because I just use SWTOR music for the background.
I mean, it's good music.
It is. Alright, so there is no definite cut. Because, well, there is, but there isn't. Because...
Is it just kind of like this conversation's over, we're starting?
It's literally something like, oh, hey, we're talking about this. Hey, welcome to Wrist Rocket. How's it going, everybody?
I like it.
And that's the intro. How's it going?
I'm alright.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. A lot of stuff has happened.
Our last episode was uploaded on February 3rd, 2021. And we were talking about The Mandalorian Season 2.
We took a brief break.
You know, about a year, average break for 4 episodes into a podcast.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty brief.
A lot of stuff has happened since then.
Oh, you don't say.
A lot. Kenobi's out, finally.
Yes.
Which is what
we're gonna... glorious.
In every possible way. And that's going to be the main focus of this episode, because the first 2 episodes of Kenobi came out, and they were both glorious. Obviously, there will be spoilers ahead. If you haven't watched the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, why are you here? Go watch those. Then come back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, get out of here, you
we don't want
Star
you.
Wars fan. Well, we do.
Don't watch this. We don't like you.
No. We love you. Just spoilers. Oh God. Okay. God, we haven't done a podcast in a while. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah. What have you done? Look what you've gotten us into.
We're 9 minutes into the recording and we've done an intro. That's about it. Congratulations.
Yeah. We made it this far.
That's
a good sign. What is wrong with you?
What isn't wrong with me?
True. But yeah, first episode breakdown.
Yes. It starts with an emotional recap of the prequels.
Which, I
actually really enjoyed.
I was like, is this necessary? But I'm also like, it was cool.
It was absolutely, for us, it wasn't necessary. There's probably someone out there that hasn't watched the prequels since they came out, but wanted to watch the movie, or Kenobi.
I feel like those people might be dumb.
Yeah.
So...
It was a nice recap, but it was extremely unnecessary.
Because there's a lot of context that you need to know going into that show.
Yeah.
I made a rhyme on accident, but...
And while the recap was nice, it does not recap everything you really needed to know.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff, a lot more stuff.
Although it did focus on Obi-Wan in a bunch of Anakin-focused movies, so I can maybe understand it not pointing out everything.
Yeah.
Not the point. The recap was nice, and then we jump into something that Disney keeps fucking hitting us with.
Yeah.
Order 66 again.
And the potential slaughter of children.
There's always the potential slaughter of children when clones are around.
That's just Order 66.
Yeah, it gets me every goddamn time. And I was like half paying attention.
Yeah, you were making popcorn.
Yeah. So like I was extra caught off guard when I turned around.
It was very alright popcorn, by the way.
Yeah, I mean it was cheap.
I've had worse. I've had much worse.
Yeah, but it's not like fresh movie theater popcorn, but for cheap, what was it, high V popcorn? It's not awful.
I got some tips for better ones that you can get.
Well, I'm not the one who buys it, so.
I'll remind you next time.
I mean, I know the good stuff, but again, I'm not the one who buys it. So, because I know what I want. I want the Russ's brand popcorn.
Yeah, next time you get it.
I will. I'll get one of those big bags, and we won't share. It's just for us.
Yeah. It's like the super duper long one. Get the super giant 4 foot tall bag.
If you're not getting the 4 foot tall bag, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Wow, we got off topic real fast.
I mean, it's good. It tastes good.
It does, and like this is something you want to get popcorn for.
Yes.
So Order 66 happened. Was it necessary? I don't know. I don't understand exactly why they felt the need to put that there. Because it had nothing to do with Kenobi himself.
I have theories.
Go for it.
I feel like Miss Inquisitor lady, what's her name? I forget. I suck with names. I'm so sorry.
The third sister. That's all. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she has a name that I'm blanking on.
I can't think of it either.
But anyway, I feel like she was probably in that.
Probably.
She was in that group.
Sense.
I want to say. I heard someone say. I think I heard someone say that what's his name, Jedi that met him was also in that group. I don't know though. I don't know if that's confirmed or if that's just speculation. Yeah, he big dead, but.
I mean, it's a nice thought, but when the guy dies, like before the first half of the first episode, he doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sorry, guy. You were probably cool.
Maybe. He tried to be.
Yeah, he really.
He wasn't though.
He's like, I'm going to stand up to the Inquisitors. You should help me. No.
And then he got capped. So.
And then they hung him in the streets of Anchorhead. Did we?
I want to say it's Anchorhead.
Did we? Ah, God, because I don't know if it was Anchorhead though. Maybe I think it's Mos Espa.
They mentioned something about being in Anchorhead earlier in the show.
They
so
did.
That's mainly why I thought that at first.
Hey, that's the problem with Tatooine. Everywhere looks the same.
Yeah, it is very true.
Because it's just one giant damn desert.
I mean, Mos Espa is kind of like in a hole. So.
True.
And it didn't look like he was in a hole, except for when he was at home. Because he lives in a hole. Pretty much.
So wait, so in A New Hope they go to Mos Eisley, right?
Yes.
And then in The Phantom Menace they go to Mos Espa.
Yes.
Mos Espa did not look like a hole in The Phantom Menace. It did.
Yeah, I don't know. The geography changes.
I know that was the original concept for Mos Espa in The Phantom Menace, but they ended up not doing it. So maybe half of it. Well, from the Book of Boba Fett, it looked like half of it was in the hole and half of it wasn't.
Maybe they went the half not hole. That made sense.
The half not hole.
They sunk the city.
They sunk a Crate Dragon sinkhole.
There we go. Then the city is just totally intact.
And no one seems to care that they're in a hole. It must be hard to get moisture to evaporate on the moisture evaporators in the hole, unless they don't have any in the hole.
I don't think they do. I think it's just all city.
Probably. They probably got some at the top of the hole, at least.
I don't know. I don't live there.
And I don't want to live there. I hate Tatooine. It's such a
boring planet in the Old Republic.
It's
actually no, it's hot.
I'd say they're both about as. Those are the two planets besides Quesh that I try to get through the fastest. Quesh you can do in like 5 minutes if you're smart.
Yeah.
But, like
There's only like one mission there. How did we get on this topic?
We were talking about Tatooine.
and how boring it is.
It's very boring. Back to Order 66. I saw this on Twitter. I don't know if this is true, but apparently the clones in that scene were not CGI like they were in the movies. Those were like actual armor sets.
So is that the first live action clones ever?
Yes.
Nice.
And that honestly couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's just a testament to how good the CGI was.
Yeah, and that it still holds up. It's great. Yeah, it was the Order 66 scene, and then it's just fuck. It just goes straight to Kenobi in his cave, right? No, he's having nightmares.
No, is that like his job?
Oh, right.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the order of events.
Where he's cutting up like an aquatic animal from what I've seen. Actually, it's not a great dragon, like I jokingly said that night.
There's fish on Tatooine?
Well, Tatooine used to be an ocean planet.
Sand. That was a long time ago, though. Like, why would there still be something with meat on it? Wouldn't it be like
I don't
bones
know.
now?
Maybe it was like preserved by the sands or something. I don't know.
I don't think that's how sand works. I feel like it'd be the opposite.
Well, I don't make the rules in Star Wars. Purrgil exists, and they can hyperspace jump.
Well, they're weird.
They're very weird. Yeah, he cutting up fish and stealing fish.
It.
Yeah, every time. And that's where we got introduced to the Fortnite pickaxe.
And his backpack.
Yeah. Kenobi's in Fortnite.
Moving on from Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's about all that we're going to say about that.
Yeah. He cuts it up, rides his EOP, which is a doofy name. It's a doofy name for that animal, but it also fits the animal very well.
Yeah.
It's cute. I want one. I hate how scatterbrained I am sometimes, but I saw pictures of like a Kenobi riding an EOP Funko Pop, and I want to get it so bad, but I can't find it on Amazon, so I don't think they're available to pre-order yet. But when in Mando Season 2, when Grogu was eating the eggs, they released that Funko Pop the day after that episode aired. So where's the EOP?
You're asking serious questions here.
I know I am. Give me the EOP Funko Pop. That sounded not as stupid in my head. Oh, jeez. The EOP had a name in Legends. I don't know if I doubt they'll give a name for it in the show, but I don't know what the name was.
Give a name to everything. Of course they will.
Yeah,
they might have already.
I'm gonna Kenobi. How do you spell EOP?
EOPI. That's what I would guess.
EOPI.
Sure.
They're native to Tatooine and Seleucami? Interesting.
Oh, groovy.
I'm not seeing anything that says, hey, this is Kenobi's and its name. He had one. That's all that matters. I'm pretty sure it had a name. Oh, there's an official StarWars.com. Oh, they were in the Phantom Menace.
I told you. I literally was talking about that when we were watching it.
Shut up.
I said that it sounds like farts.
Yeah. They were in the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and the Clone Wars. When were they in the Clone Wars?
His EOP's name was Rue.
Ah.
ROOH.
Oh, there's a picture of the Funko Pop. I'm gonna check Amazon real quick. I want to see if it's on there.
I'm gonna buy it during the recording.
I bought things during an episode of Now Loading once. I bought what was it? It was some limited edition World of Warcraft statues for the 15-year anniversary. Ooh. I think it was. Still in the box. Never took them out. But I have them.
Nice.
They're not on Amazon. I want a refund.
You just take stuff out of boxes at some point.
No.
Okay.
The last time I took something out of a box, like, broke it.
Oh. What was that?
The Lich King helmet.
Oh.
That I spent way too much money on.
How'd you break that? That was big.
It's very fragile, though. That's the problem.
Oh, rip.
So, we don't have to talk about that, though, because I'm still sad about that sometimes. God, what were we talking about?
The EOPs.
Right, EOPs. They're cute. Is that an accurate way to describe an EOP?
To you, sure.
I'm gonna call
Let's move on.
Yeah, moving on.
I honestly don't remember what happens next.
Oh, but how could you forget? That's when the Inquisitors just landed in the middle of Main Street.
Oh yeah, they had an illegal parking job.
Yeah, but who cares? They're the Empire.
Yeah, they can just kind of park. They can park wherever they want.
Grand Inquisitor, you know, the internet gave him shit when he was first seen in the trailer, but I don't think he looked as bad in the actual show.
He's all right.
Definitely doesn't sound how I expected him to, but you know, that's the only problem with taking like a animated character and jumping it to like live action.
Yeah.
People had the same problem with Ahsoka, but now they're all over it, obviously, because she's getting her own show. Fifth brother looks awful.
Yeah, he looks like some dude with a hat.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully that hat is apparently his defining feature, because that's how we knew who he was.
Yeah, pretty much.
But man, does he not look good at all.
Like, it's just like a regular guy
with like a snot green face.
Yeah.
Which is not, I don't think that's how he looks in Rebels, because he does not look like he has green skin in Rebels.
He looks kind of cool in Rebels.
He does. Too bad he's a bitch in Rebels. He gets his ass kicked most of the time.
Yeah, and he gets killed by Maul. Is it Maul that kills him? I don't remember. I remember Maul like destroys all the Inquisitors. He's like 1v3s the Inquisitors, isn't he?
He does, yes. Well, he ones-on-ones them all in a row, I think, is more like it.
I don't know, but Maul's awesome in that scene. That's what I remember.
Yeah, Maul is awesome. Too bad he isn't in Kenobi, but I'm happy he's not at the same time.
He perished at the hands of former Sith Lord Maul on Mount Guard. Yep.
Nice.
So he dead.
Well, I would assume that Ahsoka would refuse to kill them. Especially since she already beat the shit out of the fifth brother like twice up to that point and didn't kill him.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm not going to waste my time on you.
He really is.
You suck.
And then with the two of them is the new character. The third sister, I think her name is Reva?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Yeah. She seems like she's got a hot head.
It seems like no one really likes her.
No.
Yeah, the Inquisitors.
I think the Grand Inquisitor literally says that they got her out of the trash. Or something similar to that. Something like,
man, what a compliment.
Maybe called her like a sewer rat or something. He insulted her by calling her trash or something. Which is...
I guess he kind of paid the price for that. But...
Spoilers, we're going to get to that. We're not even halfway through episode 1 yet.
I don't think we have to go scene by scene.
No, we don't. But that being said, though, this is a very good scene because it sets up that the Grand Inquisitor is scary.
Yeah.
Because he just starts monologuing in the middle of a cantina.
Yeah, when someone walks into your cantina and starts monologuing, you know it'd be business.
Exactly. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was his speech from the first trailer. That's all I remember.
Something about drawing out Jedi.
Like the way to hunt Jedi is that they hunt themselves.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Because they can't not protect people.
Yeah. And then the Jedi in the cantina proceeds to run.
And protect people.
Yes.
Protect dude and then run. Leaving all the people to not be able to be protected.
And then they just let him run.
Yeah.
And that's when he finds Kenobi in the desert. And then he dies. But, you know, honestly, the stuff happening on Tatooine with Kenobi isn't all that interesting. in the beginning. Let's be real.
I mean, it's just showing him living his homeless life.
Yeah,
he lives in a cave for crying out loud. No, a lot of interesting can be happening there.
Exactly. He's been living in a cave for 10 years, cutting up fish, probably that same fish for 10 years by the size of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty big fish.
Then we jumped to something I didn't see coming. Did you see it coming?
No.
Alderaan.
Not in its space rebel state.
Yeah, because that doesn't happen for like another 9-10 years.
Yeah.
I honestly
it's refreshing to not see it as space debris.
Because the one time we'd see it like actually on the planet is like 2-3 like a 30-second clip from Revenge of the Sith, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful planet.
Absolutely
beautiful. Did not see that coming.
Team in.
They should have. They really should have, because it's the best music in the game.
Yeah. Hot take. I don't even know if it's a hot take.
Is that a hot take?
I don't know. I know people like it. I just don't know what people's favorite is.
Well, out of the base game, I'd say Alderaan has the best music, but
yeah.
I think like that's the Republic, Fallen Empire, and that stuff has really good music standalone. But
yeah,
Alderaan.
Yeah.
And who's on Alderaan?
Me, no.
Dude, I wish we were on Alderaan.
That'd be cool. I'd live there.
I'd love to live there.
I don't live there for like another 5 years or so because I know what's gonna happen to it. But
well, what if we decided to live there during the Old Republic?
We only got about 2,000 years then.
And I think we'll die before that, so we're good.
You never know.
You're right. What if
we should live for like 2,000 years?
Yeah, let's just gain immortality and live on Alderaan forever until Alderaan dies before us.
Yeah.
Alderaan. Apparently people had problems with Leia. Spoilers, that's what's on Alderaan. It's about Leia.
I get there is one part. I mean, I have seen that like backlash. There is not backlash, but criticism. There's one thing I totally get, and I'm kind of on the side of, in that when people are trying to capture her, they suck. And I said that you were there when we were watching it. I called them out on that. I'm like, these people are trash.
It was really funny to watch 3 grown men not be able to catch a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah, but I've also seen people criticize her for
being too smart. That's what I was
thinking. But
think about who her parents are, though. The Chosen One and the Queen of Naboo when she was 14 years old.
Yeah.
So I can understand, and I'm totally fine with how smart and sassy she is.
Yeah, and she just roasts her cousin like right there. It was great.
And dude deserved it.
Yeah.
Because he said I couldn't tell if he was calling her or just other people in general lower life forms or something. But then she turned it around on him and said, like, you're a lower life form, idiot.
In fact, you are the one who's trash. You're not just a clown, you're the entire circus.
God, that kid deserved it, though. That's the problem with royalty. They're all snobs.
Yeah. Let's take them down.
Yeah, down with the Alderanian nobles. We'll run Alderaan.
Anyway.
She's got the cutest little droid ever.
I was gonna say, every show they have to like introduce some cute droid.
And I'm totally
every single show. They've already made a toy, and the droid's dead.
Well, Leia said she's gonna fix it, so
it's dead for now.
It's dead for now, but every droid is dead for now.
What?
That came out wrong. Every droid can be dead for now, but they can always come back.
All right.
Does that make sense? What I'm trying to? I don't know.
I think I couldn't tell you.
It's adorable. It's like a little ladybug thing.
Yeah.
It's cute. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Funko Pop of that, but I haven't seen a picture of it yet. I'd buy it if there was a Funko Pop of it.
Just get the toy and call it a Funko Pop.
I'm honestly might get the toy. It's small enough I could put it on my shelf and never touch it again.
I feel like it probably is gonna cost like $200 though.
Well,
I wouldn't be surprised. I guess it's also not
you're
like
right.
an anime figure.
This is also Disney we're talking about, so it very well could be.
It's either gonna be like $200 or it's gonna be like 20.
Yeah, there's it's either extremely cheap or extremely expensive. No middle ground.
Yeah.
Because that's the Disney way.
Yeah.
We love you, Disney. You should sponsor this podcast.
Yeah.
That'll happen.
Give us free tickets to the next Star Wars Celebration. We'll call it good.
You want to go to London?
Sure.
Because that's where it is next year.
London's cool.
I've never been across the pond, and I kind of don't want to, honestly. It's because I don't like planes.
I've been across a
take too
pond.
long. Oh yeah, so have I, but not the pond, not the greater pond.
I meant that in that I've been into another country.
That I have not done, but I've been across a pond.
Like, yeah, you jumped across a pond. No.
I've been across a pond in a boat.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Give us tickets to the Celebration London and give us our own panel. That'd be great. Thank you, Disney.
Anyway, she's captured. I was hoping that would be Honda's gang. Honestly.
We're holding out hope. They're still on. Well, they're leaving Dayu. That doesn't mean he can't pop up. It's Hondo.
What I wonder is Hondo like in it like his homeless state that he's in Rebels at this point, or does he still have a gang? I wonder.
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. Maybe he could potentially be in the phase where it's falling apart. So
yeah.
he still has some people, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Poor Hondo.
He has this sick UFO that he could be flying, but.
Well, he doesn't have that in Rebels, does he?
No, but you never know. He might still have it.
He might not have the UFO, but he does have an Ugnaught.
It's like 3.
and I fucking hate Ugnaughts.
Yeah, they're gross.
They look fine. They sound disgusting. God. Leia's captured. And we watch most of the Star Wars shows with my mother because she also likes Star Wars and whatnot, and she's cool and she's down to watch with us. She immediately pointed out the fact that the main evil Leia captured dude is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm just like, when she said that, I'm like,
she did
what?
not hesitate. You know, it was like, who? Well, I mean, I knew who he was, but I was like, what? She did not hesitate to say that at all.
I'm impressed at her like reaction time for that, because it was like the second he was on screen.
Yeah. It was great. I was like, it just caught me so off guard. So yeah, the pathetic chase in the Alderaan place. The forest.
Chase in the Alderaan place.
The forest. The first of 2 chase scenes with Leia that I think people criticized.
The second one's fine, I think.
I wouldn't say the second one was fun because she's being chased by Obi-Wan in that scene, a Jedi Master.
At least her escaping skills make more sense because there's a whole lot more people, there's a whole lot more stuff.
It would seem more realistic if she wasn't being chased by a literal Jedi Master.
Yeah. Also, Obi-Wan is kind of, trying to hide so he can't, like, just barge in through everything.
True. She got captured. Like, what happened after that?
The Bail shows up. He's like, "Hey, Obi,
oh yeah, you're our only hope."
Yeah, he doesn't say that, but
no, I think Brea says it though. Someone said it. Someone said you're our only hope or something about our hope. I remember them saying it.
He is hope.
And then
don't say the line.
He says no.
Yeah.
Like a boss.
Absolutely, just flexing on him, saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna follow the plot and just go on to do my own thing."
You want me to be the protagonist in my own story? Nah, do it yourself.
I'm gonna go cut fish meat.
Yeah, fish meat. And then he does go cut fish meat, and then Bale's just in his fucking cave.
Yeah.
How did he get there so fast?
He's like, "Hey, Obi, we still need you." Then, yeah.
First off, how did he get from Alderaan to Tatooine so fast? Alderaan's in the core. Tatooine is not. I don't know what
ship. I don't know.
I don't know where in the galaxy. I know it's like in the outer area, but I don't think it's considered the outer rim.
I feel like that's about like it was about like maybe a little more than a day's time to get there. Like
okay,
between when he called and when he was there.
True. Then the next question: how did he know where the cave was?
That is a better question.
Because he was just there. I don't know why, but when we were watching that, I found it really funny that he was just there.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god, he's just there. I hope Obi-Wan was at least nice and offered him some of the stolen fish meat.
Yeah. I don't think he did, though.
Probably
not.
He's
royalty. He probably has as much food as he wants.
Yeah, he probably has like a personal chef droid on his ship that he probably parked outside the cave.
You know, he probably parked in the middle of the street. Since it seems everyone just does that now.
Just parked in the middle of Main Street Obi-Wan Cave. Yeah, and then he does. Obi-Wan goes and gets his lightsaber, which I can only assume that sequel haters hated, because he goes and digs it up in the middle of the desert. And I know a lot of people hated the scene from The Rise of Skywalker where Rey goes and buries the lightsabers.
Yeah.
Well, they must have hated that. I thought it was very symbolic, actually.
I had like no opinions on that. Like I'm just like, okay, that happened. And I didn't think about it.
I like at the time I was very similar, but I've thought about it since then. And in the box, it has both their lightsabers, Anakin and Obi-Wan's. And in a way, it's almost like that's his way to like, since you know he crispy, that was his way to like honor and like bury Anakin, you know?
He crispy and he cream.
Yeah. That's the worst joke you've made today. And
I know. I am. Cut that.
No, I'm leaving it in just because you're awful.
I know. I am.
I can't do fucking words. I saw it as he's burying Anakin, but he's also burying the person he used to be by putting his lightsaber in the box with him. If that makes sense.
That's deep.
Yeah. And that's
in the ground. That was the worst joke. I'm gonna shut up now.
As you should. You're taking what's supposed to probably be a deep moment and ruining.
It's what I do, honestly.
It really is. It is what we do. It's our type of humor. Yeah, no. It just seemed to me like, oh, I can't bury the body because he's a crispy chip now. So I'll bury his lightsaber with mine and say that I'm dead and I'm no longer Obi-Wan. I'm Ben now.
Yeah, I could see it as that. Yeah, because he wouldn't really have a use for his light. I was gonna say he could just keep it at his place, but at that point he didn't really know what all was gonna happen in the future. So why would he keep it in his house? And if someone was just walking around in the cave and was like, "Oh man, there's some lightsabers in here," and you could take that and someone go like, "Hey, this is illegal," because that's illegal at the time.
Apparently anybody can just come walking in his cave because Bail does it and a Jawa does it.
Well, Jawa seemed like his buddy that was supposed to be there.
True, but still, the fact that they're just, walking up all willy-nilly.
He does kind of have a security system, though, because, like, the little droid thing that would pop out of the ground.
True, you're right.
It was blue. It was red when Bail was there.
I didn't think about that. That's very true.
So he kind of has a security system. I don't know if it, like, notifies him or something, but it definitely did when he got there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. Very true, very true. My mind stopped.
Yeah. I can tell.
This is why I think I have mental problems, because my mind just stops.
I believe that.
It's funny how often I just stop functioning for like 5 seconds.
How often you just don't?
I did that at work like 3 times this morning. I just went to like into the office to do something, forgot what I was doing, and just stopped and stood there for like 5 seconds. And I did that like 2-3 times.
And .exe has stopped working.
Yeah, it's awful. Oh god. Okay, what does? Okay, yeah, he gets his lightsaber. At some point in between getting the lightsaber or whatnot, that's when the Jedi gets hung.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot about the fact that Reva just totally cut a dude's hand off. Not a dude,
yeah.
it was a woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but it's like, damn.
And Uncle Owen kind of hates Obi-Wan.
Yes, but he was also very nice and didn't sell him out to the Inquisitors when he was literally right there watching.
Yeah.
Props to him. Owen doesn't like him, but that doesn't mean he's gonna kill him, which is good on him.
I think he pretty much also realized that he's kind of the only person keeping everyone else away from them. So if he sells him out, they're kind of screwed.
Yeah, even though he doesn't want him around doing that.
Yeah, I think he views him as like a necessary evil.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe Obi-Wan, a necessary evil. I don't know why that's a great way to describe him, but it is.
Because he's not evil.
But he is necessary. Yeah, the Obi-Wan leaves.
Yeah.
Goes to Daiyu, which is inspired by Hong Kong, which is a really cool planet.
Hong Kong is a country.
What?
You said inspired by... The way you phrased that, it sounded like you were saying Hong Kong was a planet.
Well, technically it is through Daiyu, but you know.
You said it's inspired by Hong Kong, which is a cool planet.
Wait, Hong Kong is a country? I thought it was a city.
Hong Kong's a country.
Oh.
You can look it up and try and prove me wrong, but I won't be wrong.
Is a city and special administrative region of China.
It was a country for a while, but then China's like, hey, we're taking you back. Anyway. That's what all those protests were all about.
5-star average hotel prices in Hong Kong are only $130.
Hong Kong seemed like a pretty cool place to go to before, China was like, hey, you're ours.
But it's also almost 22 hours away if we flew from here, and it would cost about $3,000 to fly there.
Not bad.
So we're not going to the real life Daiyu.
Dang.
And now I'm sad. Daiyu. I remember when... Alright, calm down. I remember when the trailer first came out, everybody thought it was Coruscant. And I can kind of see that.
I don't.
Like, I could maybe see it as like the Coruscant underworld, because it's dark. It's not like the upper crust.
They were like Skyline, though. And I'm like, dude, they don't have like giant neon lights on Coruscant Skyline. They have like regular lights on Coruscant Skyline.
You're very right. I take back everything I just said. I do not agree with people who thought it was Coruscant anymore.
Yeah.
I fall under the line of stupid, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's every time.
When don't I?
Yeah.
Daiyu is where law doesn't exist because you can't send signals to or from the planet, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is scary. And immediately after landing on Daiyu, Obi-Wan is offered drugs.
Yeah.
Which I learned that the person who is offering him drugs is actually his daughter.
I saw that, yeah. So his daughter is a drug dealer
cool.
now.
It's very cool. Just, passing dad the free drugs.
Yeah. And he took them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he definitely didn't say no, but he didn't want it.
He didn't exactly say yes either.
But it's a shame. You gotta turn her life around. He already didn't help that one guy. Should have helped her. The guy has a name.
He could have just told her to go home and rethink her life.
Yeah. People thought he was gonna show up in Kenobi.
That would be kind of funny, honestly.
It would, you know, to see like this guy from Attack of the Clones who he told like go turn your life around, and his life turned around.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't think he should be on Dayu if his life turned around, but that'd be cool. There was actually, I think, jumping from Dayu to this guy, this Death Stick guy who has a name, and I just can't remember his name, was actually seen in a comic book with his life turned around. Like fairly recently, I think. Like he had a kid or something. Looked happy, wasn't selling death sticks. Not on Coruscant, I don't think. Like the dude actually turned his life around.
Let's see, his name is Elan Salsa Bagno, also known as Elan Sleaze Bagano.
Bagano. Isn't that the planet from Fallen Order?
I don't know. His name is Elan Salsa Bagno.
Nice.
Salsa Bagno. Elan Salsa Bagno. There we go.
Nice. Anyway, he's not in the show. I don't know what we're talking about him. He gets the drugs. He goes and fights. He goes to a meth lab.
Yeah.
You can't ignore that. He goes to a damn meth lab, or whatever the equivalent would be in Star Wars.
It never looked like one.
I don't know. And then he blows it up.
Yeah.
And that's his cover to go get Leia, because apparently she's being kept in a meth lab. Fucking fist fights a Zabrak and a human. One was definitely a Zabrak. I don't remember what the other one was.
I don't remember either. He can definitely throw. He can still throw down.
Oh yeah. You know, after 10 years of not fighting, he can still fight. Gets Leia, drugs people, and escapes.
Yeah. Spice came in handy.
Yeah. Spice is a good thing.
Is it though?
Well, in that situation.
Good for the underworld economy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, there I go again. Stop. I'm not gonna cut that. I think it's funny that my brain just stops.
Just put the dial-up internet on.
Maybe I'll cut one of them out and turn it into a binned bit, because that's a thing we do on this channel. It's sad that we haven't done anything with this in like a year.
You
drugs.
good?
Yeah. He drugs. Kenobi drugs people.
That was somehow a great but also terrible transition at the same time.
I'm technically a professional content creator now because I get paid to stream.
Or like 5 cents.
Well, you know,
Anyway.
Yeah, let's get back to Star Wars.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's pretty cool.
We glossed over the fact of how Flea was working with Reva. Reva? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's Reva.
Reva? Yeah, we glossed over that. Because she was a Jedi, she went through the Jedi archives and found that Kenobi is friends with Organa, and so she just took Leia.
Yeah.
People were apparently mad that she knew how to. She took Leia to get Kenobi. I was like, how did she know that? Moron! It said in the episode.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was also, you know, like a documented thing that people like knew.
Yeah, I mean, a Jedi Master and a senator, they probably know each other.
Yeah.
I feel like we're glossing over something. Oh, the fake Jedi. Kumail Nanjiani's character.
I called that out like immediately when I saw him. Like, this guy's a phony.
Yeah, no, like, I'm in your mind.
Like, the second I saw it, when someone's like, I can take you to this Jedi for a price, I'm like, this dude's a scam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But man, was he funny.
I love it when they come back to him later and they're like, oh man, she's like, oh, that's embarrassing.
They got the perfect guy to be like the con artist, because he's so funny, and he just did it perfectly.
Yeah.
And with the surprising turnaround to come back and actually help Kenobi after Kenobi threatened him.
Yeah.
Because, he immediately calls him out, is extremely uncivilized by putting a blaster to his chest. It's great. It's great. Then there's the the second apparently unreasonable chase scene where Leia's running from Kenobi because she doesn't trust him and thinks that he's not a real Jedi.
To be fair, he's kind of a shady dude in that situation. He's just kind of like this
guy.
He
absolutely is.
He looks homeless. He's wearing like these old like tired clothes. He just kind of like showed up out of nowhere. He's just like, "Hey, I know your dad," and then he's just like out of here. He's on a wanted hologram, like that everyone has. It seems that like no one likes him. I'd be a little suspicious too.
Yeah, no, because she didn't start running until after his hologram was everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you're the reason I got captured. I'm gonna run away.
I don't get is why she's like, I'm gonna go on the roof. Like, why don't you run to someone and go like, hey, that's the dude who everyone's looking for. I feel like that would be a good situation to get rid of him.
Yeah, probably would have been. But she didn't, and I'm happy she didn't, because we saw the coolest bounty hunter I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, I like that guy, even though he's probably dead.
I don't think he ever actually got hit, did he?
I think he did. Yeah.
Maybe, okay.
And then the 4-LOM wannabe,
was
just like shooting at him, and then just like stopped.
Yeah.
The sequence of that whole scene like didn't make sense to me at all.
I didn't think about that until now, because he's in the middle of the firefight with Dinosaur and 4-LOM wannabe, and then the shooting stops because Leia falls off the roof.
Like the whole sequence of that, it's like, oh cool, they're running around on the roof. He's like shooting at everyone while he's running, and then I think he shoots the dinosaur guy, and Leia falls. He catches her, and like slowly puts her on the ground. First, Reva is like chasing him this whole time. It's like showing her, and then all of a sudden he's like on the ground. Everything is just like stopped. We don't know what happened to the 4-LOM guy. Reva is just like not there anymore.
Well, to be fair though, with Reva, she was kind of across the city.
But
it's not like she was close.
She had plenty of time.
She did have plenty of time, but she also wasn't close, so I'll give her that.
It didn't really give an update as to like where she was. It wasn't like she stopped and was like, oh man, he got away. It was like, no, she just like didn't show her again.
What they did show us though was that she does have some gnarly flips.
Yeah. She's got that parkour.
She's got that prequel jump.
She used prequel jump more. But
yeah, like he catches Leia, which is probably the first time he's used the Force in 10 years.
Yeah.
From how it looks, because it looked like it either hurt him to do it or he was struggling to do it.
He looked tired.
Yeah.
He's looked tired like every time we've seen him.
Yeah, he's probably just depressed and wants to die.
Yeah. So tired.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I wake up. I just am depressed and want to die. God. Yeah, then, just a simple act of the Force makes Leia trust him suddenly.
Yeah. I think at that point she's like, okay, this guy can use the Force.
Yeah, clearly she knows what a Jedi is. So.
Yeah. And she's not like everyone else who've been told that Jedi are bad. And she's like, okay, my dad actually probably trusts this guy, and he used it to save my life. So hey, we're cool.
We should also not ignore the fact that that Obi-Wan did not introduce himself to Leia as Obi-Wan. He referred to himself as Ben.
Yeah, that can help keep consistency with the help me Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Exactly, yes, because I saw people complaining about that on Twitter too. Like, how does she not know that Obi-Wan is the guy on Tatooine in A New Hope, but then on the Death Star, she does know who Ben is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get my point across, even if I have to say like she 5 times.
Yeah. Well, one thing though is the time between then and Rebels, he like goes full on old man, like he
Yeah,
looks like an old man in that time. That was probably just like 5 years, 6 years. Like,
I'm gonna say it's closer to like 8 years, like 7 8 years, because doesn't Rebels take place, or like the ending of season 4 not super long before Rogue One? I could be wrong. I don't actually know.
I don't know, but still, I feel like that's not enough time for him to go full on old man mode.
No. Well, Tatooine's also an awful planet.
Yeah, that's true. Your skin anyway would age pretty quick.
Yeah. Two suns probably ages you faster than you should.
Yeah. The interesting stuff at the end after Fake Jedi Man helps them, I thought was interesting. Because first of all, one, Mr. Inquisitor seems to be dead.
Oh yeah, because Reva just stabs him.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I'm just like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Do we just see a flat out retcon? But no, probably not.
It from what I've seen is either, oh, he's just gonna, like theories I've seen on Twitter or whatnot say that he's just gonna be in a back to tank, so he'll be fine by the time Rebel starts, or that's not actually the Grand Inquisitor.
I hate the like put them in the back to tank thing.
I hate both of those solutions.
Yeah, I saw ones like maybe he'll be used as like an early Palpatine clone thing. I'm like, no,
what?
It's like someone like tried to. It was one of those like Kotaku articles, so of course it was trash. But
yeah, no, God no.
But I'm like, what kind of idea is this? That would be terrible. Like you can't just shove some convoluted plot point into it that probably has nothing to do with the show.
Yeah, you're like what?
Something that won't come in until like 5 movies later.
What I'm thinking is probably he just got stabbed into place with non-vital organs, so they just patched him up and he's good to go.
If it were that simple.
It probably is that simple though, considering he shows up in fucking Rebels. It's
but also, when was the last time we saw someone get stabbed in the stomach like that, and then they actually lived to tell the tale?
The Outlander in the Old Republic.
Well, that's the Outlander though. He kind of has, the most powerful like Sith Emperor in his body, like of all time in his body. He can work some weird dark magic.
True. This isn't necessarily being stabbed in the stomach, but Marth? Darth Maul got chopped in half, and Anakin turned into a crispy potato chip.
I love how it's like Marvel's in Star Wars.
I went to say Maul, but then I was like, I should say Darth, so I went with Marth.
Marth doll.
Yeah, no. Maul got cut in half and survived, and Anakin turned into a crispy potato chip.
Well, Maul, he was just so angry he wouldn't die. But
yeah. So there's the well,
I think the situation applies to both of them.
True. Oh well. I assume it'll be explained at some point whether we like the outcome or not.
Yeah. But another thing I was confused by is Obi-Wan didn't know Anakin is still alive.
Well, he's been living on Tatooine and in a cave for 10 years. How would he know that? It doesn't seem like he keeps up with the news.
Feel him through the Force or something like that?
But he hasn't used the Force in 10 years, presumably. So, what confuses me even more to that, though, is how does Reva know that Anakin is Vader?
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna be meeting the tragic end for knowing that.
Which, as far as I'm aware, either, besides Palpatine, only maybe 1 or 2 people know, and that's because they figured it out themselves.
Yeah.
Those people being Tarkin and Thrawn.
Yeah. I think that it's something that has popped into my head. Maybe Vader actually is asking her to find Obi-Wan. And he said that to her so that he can get his attention.
Oh, okay. And so after she finds him and brings him Obi-Wan, he's just going to kill her because she knows.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That seems like a very Vader thing to do.
It does. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she knows Anakin is Vader. Fucking stabs the Grand Inquisitor. Well, if Vader gave her that task, well, first off, why would Vader give the task to the Inquisitor that the Grand Inquisitor calls trash?
Yeah.
And why doesn't she say that she's doing a personal mission for Vader?
Top secret? I don't know.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. The Inquisitorius is confusing.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Inquisitorius, we're gonna jump to something that hasn't happened yet, but a cool thing that I think maybe could happen, and technically is happening. Maybe a Fallen Order or like crossover thing. Obviously, the Inquisitors are there, and the Nur and the Fortress Inquisitorius and Purge Troopers have been seen in the trailers. But what if out of nowhere Cal Kestis just shows up?
That would be weird, and I don't know how I feel about that because
neither do I.
When does Fallen Order take place? I don't know.
I think like a year or two before Kenobi.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's odd. I can't really see a scenario where he would pop up.
Neither can I, but it could put, like, I hate to think of it like this, but it could be like a good marketing plan to maybe with Jedi Survivor.
Maybe.
Since it got announced.
I don't know. I feel like if they were to do that, it would feel kind of forced.
It would. But the one thing that would make me be okay with it is seeing the Mantis and Grease in live action.
That'd be pretty great.
But it honestly just feels like they've been setting up a potential live action Cal Kestis appearance since the game came out, since Cal is based off his actor, like his appearance.
I think that's just the thing with games in general today.
It is, but especially, we're also talking Star Wars, though.
That's true, yeah.
So it very much could be like, hey, here he was in a video game, especially with the direction Star Wars is taking now, pulling random characters out of books and comic books like Cobb Vanth and Chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
So I can very well see them doing that at some point, but I hope it's not in Kenobi.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I feel like that would just be really random.
Yeah.
If that happened.
Like, I'm all for Cal Kestis showing up in live action, but
I'd rather him kind of be like Kyle Katarn, where he kind of is like has his own series of games.
Yeah.
And that's just like where he stays.
Yeah.
In his game series.
That'd be cool.
Because as cool as it is to have everyone, like, seeing everyone all together and that kind of stuff, we don't need everyone appearing in everything.
No, we don't.
And I want a character that at least stays like in their like spot and doesn't show up in like every single era.
The only character that I don't want to stay in their own spot is Hondo Ohnaka.
Yeah, he can fit into anywhere just fine.
Where is our Weegway? He's a Weegway, right?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Where's our Weegway pirate? Everybody wants him. No one wants Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
And
just replace Hondo with Saw, and like just replace Saw with Hondo in like every scene, and it would fit perfectly.
Yeah, well, maybe not the whole leader of the whole rebel extremist group, but yeah. I don't think Hondo would lead the rebel extremists.
He would if he could get Prophet.
You're right, he would.
But most of the time, it doesn't lead to Prophet.
I've heard that Saw's gonna show up in Andor.
That would surprise me.
That makes sense. But that doesn't mean I want him.
Yeah. Maybe Hondo will show up in Andor. Who knows? But
well, based off the Andor trailer, I don't think I'd want Hondo in that.
It tarnish his reputation.
No, it just doesn't feel like he would belong there. Because that seems like a very serious show that he has no connection to.
Yeah.
Like, Kenobi's serious, but he has a connection to that because of Kenobi.
Yeah.
Just give us Hondo, Disney.
Yeah.
Just give us Hondo.
Is Hondo a Star Wars story?
Hondo he's in Galaxy's Edge.
So he's alive at that point.
He's there. He's like a physical animatronic you can see.
He's alive in pretty much every single era, so you can use him whenever.
Yeah. So give us Hondo Ohnaka, you cowards.
I feel like he should just be like one of the be like Star Wars' character that's just like a wild card that can just be used in any situation.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
Like literally just throw him into any. Like you have a show, you need some random character, just throw Hondo in there. There you go.
Yeah, and he'll fit in no matter what. Because he's Hondo.
Yeah, like he'll just show up out of nowhere.
Oh god, yeah. Okay. Did we hit all the major plot points of Kenobi?
I believe so.
The first 3 episodes.
Yes.
Reva stabs Grandy. Kenobi and Leia escape to somewhere that fake Jedi sent them to.
Yeah.
Anakin. Obi-Wan's having a panic attack because Anakin's alive.
Yeah.
And then we see him in the back of the tank. We didn't say that.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a great way to end the episode.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's rapid fire some other stuff from Celebration because we've been going for an hour now. Bad Batch season 2.
That looks good.
Apparently Commander Cody was seen in the trailer, but I didn't see him.
Dude, what? It must have been for like a frame or something.
Yeah. I don't think he has the orange stripes, but from his armor might be the same.
Good,
because he has his helmet.
We need to follow up on what happened to Commander Cody.
We really do.
Like no one knows.
I hope it's more interesting than what happened to him in Legends. Because what happened in Legends, he just became like he's the one who trains like stormtrooper recruits, and that's the rest of his life.
That's boring.
Exactly. So I hope he gets something more interesting in canon.
Yeah. I want Delta Squad to show up because Scorch was there.
Yes. I really they need to use Delta Squad at some point.
Yeah, like I want them to be like the counter Bad Batch.
This show is full of commandos. If Delta Squad is not there, that they're doing something wrong.
I think they need to be like the counter Bad Batch. Like they need
Absolutely.
to be. I mean, I feel like they tried to have that with whatever the Imperial Squad was, but then they kind of failed miserably.
They were uninteresting characters, and Crosshair killed one of them himself.
Yeah. So I feel like Delta Squad should come on and be like, okay, this is how it's done, and then they go and beat the crap out of them.
Now, if they do get if Delta Squad is in the show, I do have one request that may or may not actually happen. But if they get the original voice actors from the game to play their characters again,
that would be amazing. They have to do that.
They could absolutely get Tamora Morrison to be boss again because he's all over Star Wars right now as himself. We forgot the 501st cameo in episode 1 of Kenobi.
Yeah.
There was just like a clone on Dayu, and Obi-Wan gave him money.
Remember your soldiers on Memorial Day, which just passed.
Yes, that was yesterday.
Yes.
As of recording.
Yes.
So.
Remember our 501st brethren.
I'm honestly surprised that Kenobi gave the trooper money after Order 66 and all that.
I think he still respected the fact that they fought together.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have met that guy himself. Who knows?
Probably. There's a good chance that because he was a 501st soldier, so there's a good chance that that clone recognized Kenobi, or Kenobi recognized him.
Yeah.
But
I feel like if he recognized him, though, he would have killed him. I feel like if the clone recognized him, he would have tried to kill him.
Well, maybe not. That's not necessarily the case, because I think if Order 66 is issued and there's no Jedi around, they didn't do it. Like the Order didn't reprogram their brain still got reprogrammed to serve the Empire, but they did not kill a Jedi because there was no Jedi to kill.
That's true.
So. But if he was a 501st guy, he was either on Mandalore or with the 212th, but he'd probably have an orange helmet, or he was in Operation Nightfall. So
yeah, he was probably in the temple.
Is it still referred to Operation Nightfall?
I hope it is, because that's such a cool name.
It is.
The best mission in the original Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I think that's the only place I've ever seen it referred to as Operation Nightfall, but I hope that's still the case.
Yeah. I kind of want to see if it is.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, there was that cameo. Back to other, I was going to say other Rebel stuff, other Celebration stuff. The sequel to Fallen Order was finally announced, even though we've known it's been coming for years. Jedi Survivor. Oddly enough, it seems like the new big bad of this story is another Powan, and people thought it was the Grand Inquisitor, but it is not. He does not look like the Grand Inquisitor in any way. Like, his face is too fat.
Can't have a fat face.
And he's like some important dude on Coruscant, I think, is what I've heard, which sounds interesting. That was announced. We weren't given a date. We were given a trailer. Trailer's cool. Mando season 3 has been confirmed to release on Disney Plus in February of 2023, and they showed a trailer to the people who were there in person.
Dang. Why do they do this?
I've seen the trailer because people recorded it and put it up on YouTube. And have you seen it?
No. I didn't know if they showed the trailer.
Do you want me to just spoil it for you?
Sure.
Okay, cool. They're very much setting up season 3 for Bo-Katan to be the bad guy.
Really?
Yes, because she does not have the dark saber and she wants it.
I like that, honestly.
They're going
for
to
once they actually make a good guy the bad guy.
I know, they don't do that enough. Well, it's kind of a stretch to call Bo-Katan a good guy, but you know.
she, at least for the most part, well, she was on the bad guy side. She was the good. She was the better of the good guy, of the bad guys.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Because she started as a Death Watch Mandalorian, but then she worked with the Republic to reclaim Mandalore. But now she's like, I want the Darksaber. I'm gonna take Grogu, and I'm gonna kill him if you don't give me the Darksaber.
Yeah, I mean that's how you get him to come to you.
Yep. Yeah, they're actually going to Mandalore from the sounds of it, which will be cool to see.
Okay, when I look up Operation Nightfall, it takes me to the Legends page, and when you click on the Canon tab, it takes you to the page for the Siege of the Jedi Temple. So I don't think it's canon that it's Operation Nightfall.
But that doesn't mean it's not canon, because it doesn't say that it's not Operation Nightfall.
Yes.
So it's Operation Nightfall.
All right.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Something interesting. So they said the thing about not recasting people.
Yeah.
What another thing I thought about? I mean, they still have the Lando show.
Yeah, they didn't talk about that at all.
I'm like, how can you say that you're not going to recast people anymore when you already have a show being made with a recasted Lando?
Well, here, the part that concerns me is that as far as I'm aware, they did not talk about it at all at Celebration this year. So that means they're either not working on it yet or it's been scrapped.
I feel like it's not working on it yet because they already have a few things in production.
Which is very true, because they haven't started working on the Acolyte yet, and that's something people are very excited for.
Yes, that is probably my most hyped show, honestly.
Because it's supposed to take place during the end of the High Republic, right?
Yeah, which is a time that I have been asking them to make, yes, personally asking them, to add more stuff in, because there's nothing in that time.
Well, there's a lot, but...
It's like all books.
Yes, but the books are good, though. I've only read one, but it's
You
good.
think I want to read?
You think I want to read? I'm still over here reading at least one of the books.
Well, good for you. You can read.
It's not just books, thank you. They're also comics.
Those are books!
But they have pictures in it. And they're arguably more interesting than novels. Because it has pictures in it.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still. But there's not like a game, there's not like a movie or a show or anything that, like, there's not a lot before they announce the High Republic series.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should have led with that before the High Republic series. There's literally nothing.
I'm hoping with the success of the High Republic novels and comics that will change. We'll get something besides the Acolyte.
Have they been successful?
Oh yeah, these books have been extremely successful.
Nice.
So, I hope we get something besides books and comics, because yes, the book are good. The books are good, but I like to watch my Star Wars, not read it.
Yeah, that's the way I ingest my Star Wars.
Or play my Star Wars. But or listen to it because I like to listen to the soundtracks just casually.
They're good. Boba and Fennec Shand are gonna be at Galaxy's Edge.
Nice. Nice.
That'll be cool. Because I'm going there in like October. So
sadly, there was no news of a Book of Boba Fett season 2. But on stage for the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones panel, Tamora Morrison did the Like a Bantha.
Yeah.
Which was great.
I don't know. Part of me doesn't think that there will be a season 2 for that. I feel like that was a one-off show to set up Mando season 3.
It felt like a one-off show that should not have set up Mando season 3.
I wanted it to be its own thing.
It should have been its own thing. And if it was its own thing, that would have been a great way to have a second season. But like, because it set up Mando season 3 so hard, it's probably not going to
get one. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to make like an MCU with Star Wars, but with shows, and I'm like, I don't know if that's how this works.
It's already called the Mandoverse.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm cool if they just like keep it contained. If they keep all the shows contained to that.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I feel like there's pretty much everything, all the shows announced so far are like to progress that, except for like the Acolyte and Lando, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But Obi-Wan is just because everyone wanted it.
Yes, and yes. Like, I think the Mandoverse will end after Thrawn is defeated, because that's what it feels like it's all building up to.
I am just skeptical about that whole plot because he was defeated in Rebels.
Yes.
He literally got sucked into space by a space whale into open space. Like, you don't survive that.
No, you don't.
I'm just like, how could he be alive?
But that's what I'm expecting to be the plot twist, is that he's not, and they're gonna go fight the First Order instead.
That'd be kind of crazy, honestly.
I'd be down for it if that's actually how it turned out. Like, there is no Thrawn or Ezra Bridger. They're just gonna go find the First Order. I think I'd be fine with that.
That'd be an interesting plot twist.
Yeah, I'd honestly be down for it. But I think I'd also be fine with Ezra and Thrawn showing up. I just want a good reason for how they're still alive.
I don't know. I feel like their stories it was told in Rebels, and they're characters that I'm just like, we don't need them to be in everything.
We don't.
Thrawn would be cool because I feel like he wasn't fully explored, but also he kind of had a time that I feel like should have been a pretty concrete death that also apparently wasn't. So Ezra though, I feel like, I mean, he had an entire show to himself.
Okay, then how do you feel about Hera, Chopper, and Sabine all being in Ahsoka?
I don't know, honestly. That seems kind of weird. Like, I hope they don't just try to make it like a Rebels 2.0.
That's what it sounds like, and I hope it doesn't go that direction. But like, at the same time, if it's good, I'll be fine with it.
I was hoping, at the very least, I kind of was hoping that it would just be like Ahsoka and Sabine, like, on like adventures and that kind of stuff, which I thought would be cool. But with her and Chopper being in, I feel like that's kind of like, okay, we're just doing Rebels, we're getting the gang back together.
Yeah.
Even though one of them is dead and one of them is MIA, and then we're just doing whatever.
You know, I'd be fine with the Ghost crew showing up maybe like once, but then the rest of the show is like Ahsoka and Sabine.
Yeah,
because it would be cool to see Zeb in live action, and you know, it would also be cool to see Hot Callus. So,
yeah,
because I do kind of want to know what they're up to at this point, because I don't think they've really stated what any of them are doing besides Hera after Rebels.
Yeah, I mean, we know that they were at least with the rebellion up until after Return of the Jedi because of that epilogue. But I don't know,
because we know that Hera plays a part in the Star Wars Squadrons campaign, so we know what she's up to.
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know
beat
anyone
that, by the
else.
way.
You really need to. Like,
there's a few things I need to beat. That's for a different podcast, though.
That is, yeah. Which we're gonna bully our third co-host into doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it to be Rebels 2, but I do want to know what the Ghost Crew is up to.
Yeah.
Like, is Rex still alive at that point? Because he was
Probably
at the Battle of Endor.
I would say yes.
So
I hope he doesn't show up, though. I feel like okay. Rex is a character that outside of Bad Batch, I feel like he doesn't need to show up in anything else.
No, absolutely not. I didn't think he was going to show up in Rebels to begin with.
Yeah.
I was fine with him in Rebels because at the time the Clone Wars was canceled, so it felt like his story wasn't really over. Same with Ahsoka, so at the time it felt right.
I'm pretty sure at the time it was supposed to be like their last hurrah, and then Clone Wars came back and they actually got their actual one. But
yeah, because when the Clone Wars got canceled, they had 2 more seasons planned.
Yeah.
So
then they took all the best bits and condensed into one.
Yes, and it was a good start, a mediocre middle, and an amazing ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for Ahsoka. I think it's gonna be good because I think Dave himself is working very hard on it.
Yeah.
And if he's working on it, it's gonna be good.
I will say though, Tamora Morrison Rex would be pretty cool.
It would. I'd be down for it. I would be fine if Rex showed up in like the one episode that the Ghost Crew shows up before Ahsoka and Sabine go off on their adventure.
Yeah.
Because
he just makes like a cameo, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd
be down for that.
Because I mean, he's like a super old man at that point. He's just like, Ahsoka, go do the thing, and then she goes and does the thing.
So that's Ahsoka. What else is there? Tales of the Jedi. Did you hear anything about that? Besides what I said.
Not really, but it sounds cool. I saw a picture of young Count Dooku. Yeah. And like, dude, okay. What the heck?
So Tales of the Jedi is going to be an anthology animated series that tells stories about Jedi from the prequel era. One confirmed episode.
I want this.
And it's coming this year.
Yes.
One episode that we know is happening is young Dooku and Qui-Gon.
Got good old them. Liam Neeson back.
Yeah. Which is great, because if he's going to come back to do a voice for an animated show, why can't he be in Kenobi? He's going to be in Kenobi. And then the other confirmed episode we know, because of screenshots that I've seen, is that we're going to follow baby Ahsoka.
Yeah.
For an episode or 2. And man, is baby Ahsoka cute.
What's I only saw that one screenshot. What's the animation style for it look like? Does it look like Clone Wars, or does it...
It looks like it's Clone Wars inspired, but it's different.
I can live with that.
I'd be fine if they just used the Clone Wars art style, because that's like the prequel animation art style, but...
Yeah.
I've also since seen screenshots of a mullet Obi-Wan and short hair Anakin.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get some of them in there at some point. And that's all I really know about Tales of the Jedi. Then
Jesus, Obi-Wan is best Obi-Wan.
Then there was that other show that they announced, Skeleton Crew, which I didn't really look into all that much, but it sounds interesting.
I am confused as to what that would be, but they also haven't really said anything, so...
That one came out of nowhere, and it's either coming out this year or next year.
It's coming out this year, they better be putting out stuff for it.
And, like, that's the part that confused me, because, like, if they announced it, hey, next year. It's like, what? We've known about Ahsoka now for, like, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about it besides the fact that it's a bunch of kids on a space that takes place during the time frame of The Mandalorian.
Huh.
That's all I know. So they're probably going to find some weird way to mix it into the Mandoverse. And I was like, okay, whatever. It better be good. That's all I care about. Was there anything else from Celebration?
Another kind of Kathleen Kennedy announcement thing. Not announcement, but it was a comment that uh, something about not making movies. You hear about that?
No.
She said something. What'd she say?
So does this
Star
mean we're
Wars
not getting the
not
Rogue Squadron
making
movie?
movies. Um, let's see here. Um,
God, that would suck if they just stopped making movies. Well, if they stopped doing movies and turned everything into like a Disney Plus series,
what the heck is this article?
There's a potential that we'll get longer things. Because Kenobi was supposed to originally be a movie, but now it's 6 episodes, each around an hour long. So I could maybe see the benefit of having a Disney Plus series over a movie.
Yeah,
Just
I'm trying to find this quote.
But that would, but then I like going to the movie theater sometimes, and I don't watch a lot of movies, or I don't go to the theater often. So when I do go, it's usually enjoyable.
Yeah. Let's see here.
That just sucks because they announced the Rogue Squadron movie.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's that they're done with movies, but they're focusing far more on shows.
Yeah, which sucks. Because I want to see this Rogue Squadron movie, and then they also said there's that Taika Waititi's making a movie, and I want to see that.
Yeah.
And then I think they also said Kevin Feige's making a Star Wars movie, and I want to see that. But if they're not focusing on movies, they either better be reworked into Disney Plus series or push them in the timeline, like down the pipeline, not the timeline. Push down the pipeline so we get them now. So then they can stop focusing on movies, because then there's no movies that they've announced.
Okay, I think I might have found an article that actually says what she said. She said, let's see. I hesitate to use the word trilogies anymore because Star Wars is much more about persistent storytelling. I don't know what that means, really.
Okay, that I can understand that. That I think we're not gonna get episode like 10, 11, 12. It's just gonna be like standalone movies.
Yeah.
So that I guess that does okay. You had me scared for a second because that doesn't sound like they're gonna not focus on movies. It's just not gonna be like, oh, the next trilogy. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was also oh no, it follows up by saying Kennedy said even though at one time a trilogy from Rian Johnson was on the horizon, Kennedy suggests this project has now been put on the back burner due to other commitments that the filmmaker has on his plate with Netflix. Is he even like still making this? I feel like this isn't even on his mind anymore.
They've been talking about the Rian Johnson trilogy since The Last Jedi.
Like and there's literally no word on it other than oh yep, he's still making it. Like is he though?
Probably not, honestly. Though if he had his own self-contained trilogy of movies, I think I'd actually like it.
I feel like he would do a good job. I honestly think that the problem is that he was tasked with directing the second movie in the trilogy.
Yeah, they should.
If it was the first or last, I feel like it would have been fine.
Yeah, well, if he just had the whole trilogy to himself, it would have been fine. They should not have split 3 movies to 3 different directors.
Yeah, that was their first mistake.
Like, whose idea was that? They should be fired. Was that all the Celebration announcements then?
There's probably more, but
I don't know if we said this in the recording, but Visions season 2 was announced.
Yeah.
I think for release next year.
That'd be cool. Visions is cool. It was a little weird at times, but it was still cool.
It's very cool. So I'm hoping to see
some episodes better than others.
Oh, absolutely. I'm interested to see like if they're gonna pull in new studios for this, or if they're gonna like get the ones they had for season 1 and maybe do like episode 2 to their episode. That'd be cool.
I feel like there's probably a studio or two that if they got back, they would at least try to make a sequel to their episode.
I would love like a second episode to the 9th Jedi. That was my favorite one.
That was a cool one.
And
I think my favorite.
I think the 9th Jedi is like the community's favorite across the board for the most part.
I think my favorite was the first one. The samurai one with
the
lightsaber umbrella.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
That That one actually got its own official manga, I think.
Did it? That's what it did.
Yeah, like it had like its own like original manga story. Like it wasn't like a retelling of the episode. It was like its own like original story, which is cool. I think that studio's coming back because I saw something that like the head of the studio like did like the cosplay of the character for an announcement video that they played at Celebration. So I think that studio at least is coming back. I don't know if they've announced it. I haven't looked much into it. But that's cool to see. And I think that's it, honestly. So let's get this thing over with.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to Stu. Hi, I'm Stu. Thank you for listening to two scatterbrained idiots talk about something they love.
I thought you were trying to name like say what this was. I'm like, where'd you get Stu?
Too stupid. Stu.
That makes more sense. That sounds nothing like.
Thank you for listening to the Wrist Rocket Podcast, Episode 5, with two stupid idiots talking about something they love, which is Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not stupid, scatterbrained. Scatterbrained stupid idiots.
Yeah.
There we go. Because that's what we are.
Yeah.
And I think this episode, Jesus Christ. I think this episode really shows it. And
yeah.
I don't think I'm going to cut any of it out because it's funny.
It works.
It does. It really fits with the fact that we have no goddamn structure.
Yeah. And we don't know what we're doing.
We don't. We said this in episode 1, and I'm going to say it again because it really shows in this episode. We started this because of a joke.
Yeah.
So, and it really shows, which is why we don't take this seriously, but we want to do it.
Yeah. We literally just throw it into a sound file and then just put that up.
It's great. It's great. Our plans for, at least right now when it comes to uploading, is we're going to do one episode every 2 episodes of Kenobi.
Yes.
And then we'll figure out a semi-consistent upload schedule after Kenobi's over. Maybe like, I don't know what Andor's next. Maybe we'll do the same thing like after every 2 episodes of Andor.
Yeah.
But then we'll like upload sporadically in between the series. I don't know.
When big news arises.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
it's not like that's happening every week.
No, God no. And the week it did happen is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks again for listening to the Wrist Rocket Podcast. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to the Bunch of Dums YouTube channel because we do nothing here until this now. We do this. This is like all we really use the channel for. If for whatever reason you want to find us elsewhere, there's links to like our Twitters in the description. You can follow us if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would though, but thanks.
Yeah, don't follow me.
Yeah, get off Twitter, idiot.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Being real for a second, you should get off Twitter. Twitter sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if the whole Musk transition is still happening, but it's probably gonna get bad after he gets control. Let's be real.
Yeah. Who knows?
So
anyway.
We'll see you in the next episode. Have a great rest of your life.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.